Can anyone of you tell about cable armor earthing?
Sir, usually in power cable, we connect metallic sheet,
Yeah.
copper tape, and armor jointly in one side of the cable to earth grid.
Okay. Fine.
But I don't know what is the reason both side of the metal screen, copper tape, and armor is not connected. But in control cable, we usually connect both sides. But I don't know why the power cable we don't connect.
I think because of the circulating current, no, sir?
Yes, you are correct. You circulating current. Yes, absolutely.
But in control cable, no circulating current.
See, it is like this. Actually, the circulating current normally will happen in. I will come to that. Okay, I will come to that. See, our cable first we have the conductor, the innermost. Okay, then next we have the insulation. Then we have our. I'm talking about. I'm ignoring the semiconducting this one and the metallic sheet. Okay, I'm talking about I'm not talking about 220 kV cable or I'm talking about 11 kV cable. Okay, or our 15 volts cable. Then after the insulation, you have the inner sheath. Then after the inner sheath, we have our armor here. Okay, after our cable armor, then we have the outer sheath. Okay, now this armor, okay, this armor or in if you have metallic sheet, it will be somewhere after your conductor insulation. Before this sheet you will have somewhere here. Okay, now see this armor is subjected to electric field by all three phase RYB, because all three phases are the field is subjected to it. So the net effect will be zero if it is a three phase cable. Okay, but if it is a single core cable, if it is single core cable, then when what will happen, the armor will carry circulating current into earth at the both the side. Okay, now suppose let's say this is my system and here, okay, I am feeding a load. Now let's say this is my cable. Okay, this is my cable. Now in my cable here, let's say this is my armor. Okay, this is my armor. Now if this armor, if this is a single core cable, this armor will have a potential, and because of that potential, what will happen when the armor is earthed, when the armor is earthed, what happens? You have circulating current through it in a single core cable. So what normally they do in single core cable is they will earth at only one side. They will not earth at both the sides. They will earth only at one side. That is in case of single core cable. Now if this is a, let's say, three core cable, if this is a three core cable, then what will happen? You have all three phases, right? R, Y, B. Because of all the three phases, then the induced voltage and the armor will be almost negligible and you will not have this circulating current. Okay, so circulating current is a problem in case of single core cable. Now this armor, see, normally if this is, let's say I have any electrical panel. Okay, I'm having any electrical panel. So at the bottom, so on the panel I have the opening where the cable has to come, right? Now the cable, what will happen now, the armor of the cable, the armor of the cable, it has to be connected to the cable gland. Okay, so that ensures there is a continuity of the this one, the earthing. Okay, that is about cable earthing. Then coming to cable tray earthing. The cable tray, I may have a ladder tray or I may have a perforated tray, whatever the type of tray. See, these trays come in sections, right? Like we have section of 3 meter, correct, Mr. Armugam? This cable,
Correct.
correct, huh? Cable come in section of 3 meters or something. Now every of these sections are connected like this. Okay? They are connected. They may be bolted or they may be welded. Now there is a continuity, but still, what people do? Some people what they have a practice of running a separate strip here on the cable tray. Okay, one is it also reduces EMC problem also. Okay, that is cable tray earthing. Now, okay, starting from Mr. Armugam, can you tell what all needs to be earthed in a electrical plant? What all needs to be earthed? Give me some names.
Panel, cable tray, some structure, steel structures
Okay,
for static, any tanks, water pipes, pipeline,
okay, panel, cable tray, steel structure, then
uh, electrical equipment like motor,
pipe. Okay, okay. Now I will go to motor. Okay, fine. Then okay. Okay,
yeah.
Mr. Inamul, can you add some more item to this list? What all needs to be earthed?
Uh, I don't have the detailed idea about the electrical plant and all the equipments.
You can just name some items which all need to be earthed. You can guess also.
Electronic item,
Electronic item. Okay. Then anything else? Okay. Mr. Karthik, you can add some items.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Like lightning arresters, inverters needs to be earthed,
Okay. Light,
and
inverter. Okay. Then.
mounting structure, sir.
Okay. Mounting structure. Steel structure already.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Then.
Then, sir, inverter. Then MCB box, the control panel box.
Okay. Panel box. Okay. Okay. Mr. Shankar, can you add some more item to this?
Any metallic gates?
Okay, metallic, our gate and fence. Okay,
Fence, yeah.
then
Water tank. Tank is already there.
yeah.
Any steel building means
Okay.
conducting building structures.
Okay, that steel structure already there. Then motor push button station, Then lighting poles and the junction box of the lighting pole. Then our very important
Sir,
generator.
even PV array, right?
Pardon?
PV array, the whole photovoltaic array is also grounded.
Photovoltaic array also grounded, but why I didn't tell that is photovoltaic is a different subject.
Okay.
Building and
Yes, sir.
industrial earthing will not cover that because that is totally different. Actually, I had done
Yes, sir.
8-9 months. I did research on that and I made a small training module on that also, and it is completely a different subject.
Okay.
Yeah, because there the fault current will not increase in PV array. So it is a different this one. Okay. Then we have our generator and transformer neutral. That is very important. Then body of this electrical equipment. Okay. So all this needs to be earthed, right? And one more thing is when all these are earthed, how do we earth them? See, suppose I'm having a panel. Okay, I am the panel, your electrical, that panel vendor is giving a strip, earthing strip inside. So that one, it should be earthed at two places. So one more thing we forgot, package item like instrument air compressor, electric EOT
Yes.
coil, chemical scale.
chiller.
These items also need to be earthed, right? Yeah. Now, see, electrical
Here,
earthing, some people will isolate. There was an earlier concept they used to isolate it, but remember that clean earth isolation is no more accepted. Okay, yeah. Any doubt?
sir, in case of panel, in every panel, say we have common bar inside all the panel, and they're connected. So each panel we need to connect to us, or any side of the panel, or both sides out of type series panel.
Your voice is not clear.
Sir, I am asking that say we have 5 panel,
Yeah.
11 kV panel,
Yeah.
and each panel do we need to connect if all panel are interconnected together
See, some
through a
people,
strip.
what they are doing inside the electrical building, they are providing one common strip. Inside your electrical building, no? Like inside, suppose I have one second. I will draw and show you. Let me. See, suppose I'm having, let us say, many panel inside my room. Okay. So all I can have a common strip here. I can earth all of them to this strip. Okay. So I can have one or two common strip. I can earth everything to this, and this strip actually I can connect it to the earth grid. Okay.
So the two connections are for the redundancy, or
Yes, well, it is for redundancy only. You are correct. Two connection are for redundancy. And when we calculate, if I say 20, if my fault current is 50 kA, each of this has to carry 50 kA. Okay. You cannot say
yeah,
this will carry 25, this will carry 25. Okay. Each of them has to carry 50 kA. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, the next thing I will tell is earthing schematic. See, what is this earthing schematic? See, this earthing schematic, basically what we are doing is we are showing the this one, the earthing connection of all the items that is earthed in a plant. Before I go further, yesterday I had given an assignment. No, could any one of you do that?
Uh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
we did.
What was the size you got? What is the size you got?
Material.
Can you tell me what is the size that you got?
I got a GI material 75 into 10.
Hold on, 1 second. We'll go one by one. It is very important because then I will come to know whether you are able to learn what I'm teaching. Okay, Mr. Armugam, you got GI material 75 into 10. Okay, that is okay,
Yes.
fine. So, and others?
Sir, I got S as 13.75 mm square.
13.5 mm square, very less. See, fault current is 40 kA, right?
Yeah, 40 into 10 raised to 3, right?
40 into square root of 1, because 1 second divided by k.
Okay.
60. Yeah.
What is the value of k you got?
Sir, I took K 64
No, k, that small
by
k,
mistake.
even if you take k as 64, what is 40,000 divided by 64?
Yeah, sir.
625.
625.
Yeah, then how you got 16 mm square?
Sir, actually I multiplied into the root of 0.5 second. 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. I made a mistake there.
No, please take 1 second. Don't take 0.5.
Yes, sir. I made a mistake there, sir.
Okay, with your mistake, I will like to tell you one thing that always size the earthing conductor for 1 second or 3 seconds. Don't size it for a lesser time. Okay,
Okay, sir.
because you will compromise. Earthing conductor hardly costs any money for your entire plant, but if you compromise it, you will pay the price of the entire plant.
Yes.
Okay, and Mr. Sankar, what you got?
125 by 6.
125 by 6, huh? Okay, 125 by,
Or we can choose 75 by 10 as well. It's almost similar.
okay. So you choose some size, normally whichever is standard, huh? Mr. Inamul, how much you got?
Sir, to be frank, I didn't able to do it.
Okay, you can do and then you can let me know. Okay, okay, fine.
Sir, after you get 625, how do you choose from this size?
Okay,
This
625 square
the table.
means I have shared one table, no?
Yeah,
So
that Grand Metal Corporation.
okay, now if it is 625, so in that either it has to be you have to take 625 means you have to take 100 by 6 or you have to take 65 by 10, something like that, right? What is
Okay.
625 mm square? See, you 625 mm square means I have to take some margin. I need at least 700 mm square. If I need 700 mm square, it has to be 70 mm into 10 mm, right?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
That's how it is.
Okay.
Okay, now clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you for that. Now we move to the next earthing schematic.
Sir, one more thing.
Yeah, sure.
That 125 by 6 or 75 by 10 or whatever, the
Yeah.
10 and 6, like the number is the thickness, right? So higher the thickness, it's very hard to deal with the copper, right?
See, actually, whether you are choosing iron or copper, whichever it is, see the size. If the thickness is very less, also it is a problem.
So for the iron, what do you prefer, like from your experience?
See, actually, like normally we are taking like 75 by 10, 50 by 6, something like this. Or in case of big substation, they are taking round rod also.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So the
it
other
also
one
depends
question, because
on material availability in your place.
okay.
Okay.
So one more thing, because you touched the solar thing.
Yeah.
Means why is it when you have a big solar farm and generation,
Yeah.
your fault level doesn't increase, but if you have a rotating machine, your fault level goes higher.
The reason is rotating machine has inertia, and because of the inertia, there is stored energy in the rotating mass, mechanical energy. Okay. The moment there is a fault, what happens is the rotor which is rotating, how does the rotor rotate in the first place? You have to understand. See, the rotor is rotating against a magnetic force. Okay, and when there
Yeah,
is a fault, what happens? The rotor
it will go.
rotation increases tremendously, and it gives away
Yeah.
all its kinetic energy. And not kinetic energy. Kinetic it is giving continuously. It will give the inertia, the energy stored in it, and it will become slow. Whereas,
So for
yeah,
example, if you got a, say for example, 10 megawatts a generator and a 10 megawatt solar farm. So 10 megawatts, when you have a short circuit, the rotor will increase its speed, and the inertia will increase, and the fault level goes higher. But what will happen on the same thing with the solar thing?
In a
So
solar,
that's also
the solar, the current will be same as the contribution from the PV side will be same. Even during fault, it will not increase. It will be same.
okay. So the maximum it can deliver is what the capacity is.
Yes, because but I'm talking about the system without battery. If there is a battery, then it is different again. Okay.
And what about if you got an inverter in there as well?
See whether inverter is there or not. Finally, what I'm telling is the source. You have to look at the source. Okay. But in solar,
Yeah.
one more thing, you have a lot of capacitors also at the AC side. So that capacitors and if batteries are there, they will contribute. Okay.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah. Thank you.
see, it is again a very in-depth subject. Maybe when I sometime take that training, I will tell you. You can join, you can learn, or if you are interested, you can also refer some materials in the net also. Okay.
Now, are you going to do it anytime soon?
Actually, now after this next month, I will be doing on the earthing of medium voltage motors in plant. For example, your steel plant or oil and gas industry or continuous process industry. They don't want the motor to get burnt out during a fault. They will earth the neutral of the transformer through a resistor. So I will be taking that topic in the next month. After that, I will take earthing of generator, power plant generator. After that, I will be coming to solar PV. So September, October, November, December. December I will be doing.
Okay. And when are you going to do the earthing substations?
Substation earthing after December, January I will do solar PV protection, fault calculation. Then February I will do hospital earthing. Then next year March I will come back to substation earthing.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any chance we can get your that other YouTube videos, the
I, I,
3
I,
or 4?
I will share you this one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I definitely want to do that substation one, but it
Yeah,
is
actually,
like 6 months.
these videos, others are able to access the video links yesterday I sent.
Yes, we are able to access.
Okay. See, Mr. Shankar, normally when you log into your Google Chrome, the Chrome itself will have a particular email ID. So that ID, the ID which you have given me through login through Chrome also through the same ID. Then
Yeah, no, I did the same thing. I logged out from the normal one
or
and I
you try
did
to
this.
log in through some other browser. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll try that, or otherwise, if nothing works, I'll give a Gmail address tomorrow so that
Okay.
you can add.
Okay. Huh? So now
Yeah.
okay. Let me continue with this earthing schematic. Yeah. See now, see the schematic. Basically, it is a
Sir,
drawing which is prepared. Other than earthing layout. Layout is one drawing. Schematic is one drawing. The reason why we are preparing. Pardon?
sir, the nature of the fault current,
Yeah.
whether it is like when we say fault current, it's a reactive power or real power, or what is the nature of the fault current?
See, fault current, I will not go deep now. I one tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'm taking one topic on fault. That time we will go more deep into it. Okay.
Okay,
In
okay.
the meantime,
And
you can write,
and
Inamulji, you can put
sir,
that doubt in the WhatsApp also, so that when I take the fault current topic, I'll address it.
okay. And lastly, one more thing is that if say solar power plant moment of inertia is not present over there, so response of the solar power plant or solar infrastructure is very slow compared to a generator. So if sufficient amount of fall current is not generated by the generator, nearby generator, that what will be the problem for the system?
See, actually,
Say a fault is generated, design fault is 25K, but when the fault occurs, sufficient fault current is not generated by the system. Then what will be the problem for the system
solar
or the equipment?
protection. See, that's why I told solar fault concept is different, solar earthing is different, solar protection also is different. solar protection principle also working is different. Basic difference here, it is Thevenin's theorem, there it is Norton's theorem. Okay, so that is why I will not go more deep into it, because the entire subject to explain giving analogy also is difficult in this short duration. There it is based on Norton theorem, and it is told protections and all, or you may use the same DC fuse or whatever, but protection concept are different. So I will not go more deep into it now. Okay. Yeah. So let me come back to this earthing schematic. See, in schematic, what all we are basically doing, you just see here, whatever electrical equipment are there, I am showing all that here. My transformer, body earthing I am showing, transformer neutral earthing I am showing, my cable armor gland is connected, I am not earthing separately. Okay. Then my tray is earthed separately, that's why I am showing. My main LV switchboard is earthed separately, I am showing. Then my lightning arresters in the building are earthed, I am showing that. Okay. So any pipe is entering, exiting the building. Okay, equipotential bonding, if it is done, I have to show. See, pipe earthing, whether it is required or not, depends on the local regulation. Okay. Then so I'm showing all this. Okay. Now one more coming to this. Okay, plate electrode, pipe electrode, variation, current density. Now let me come to this plate electrode. Okay, where do I use this plate electrode? See, here you saw this transformer neutral, right? This I can see, what I can do is, after I make a, see, I can have, let's say I have one of my some industrial building like this. Okay, now around this building I will be running a earthing grid. Okay, this earthing grid will be buried below the ground. Along with this, I will be using earth pits. Okay, every certain distance. How many earth pits are required, I will teach you during this training. Okay, I have to determine how many earth pits are required, and these earth pits are what you call as vertical driven rods also. Now this earth pit which is used here, okay, now this, okay, let's say inside this you have some panel, some motor. Now all these are interconnected to this. Okay, now if this is a metal roof, then I let's say I'm having a lightning conductor here, that also this is drop down vertically, and it will have a dedicated earth pit, and that earth pit will be interconnected to this earth pit. Okay.
Sir, is there any particular ohm like resistance we need to achieve for the total grid?
This grid has to be below 1 ohm, and this grid has to be below 5 ohm without interconnection. Okay. Afterwards, when we interconnect, the entire resistance will come down, but this electrical earth grid has to be 1 ohm. Okay. Now let us say I have a transformer somewhere here. Okay. Now this transformer, let's say it is feeding power to this. Okay, power through this via cable trench. Now this trench also I need to have a earthing conductor in this trench. Then I will have an earth grid around this transformer. Where, what happened? Okay. So this was that building. I have an earth grid here. This was my transformer which is supplying power to this. Now this transformer body also needs to be earthed. Okay. Along with that, the neutral of this transformer also need to be earthed. The difference, the body of the transformer I am earthing through my pipe electrode. The neutral of the transformer I am earthing through plate electrode. Okay. Now, both this below earth, all this needs to be interconnected, including this one. Okay. Why? I will explain you why it needs to be interconnected. Let us say I am not going to interconnect it. Then what will happen if there is a lightning strike on this building? What will happen? The voltage of this grid will rise, and this will lead to a backflash to this. This is called backflash. Now, what will happen when there's a backflash? There will be a failure of insulation here. So either you have to interconnect. If you're not going to interconnect, you have to insulate it fully, which is not practically feasible. Okay.
But it depends on how far the transformer is.
See, no matter how far the transformer is, see what happens. Your neutral is connected here. Your neutral conductor is running. You have a trench here. You have a cable coming from here to here. That cable has an armor, so that lightning strike rise in potential will travel here. Electrically,
But if the armor is connected both the ends, that will be on same potential then.
see, armor will be connected same potential. There is cable tray, there is cable trench. The trench you have earthing conductor. So electrically, what happens? Your transformer is connected to the plant, and earthing also is connected. So what happens if there is a potential? That potential will travel. There's a traveling wave traveling here. Okay, so that is the reason. You have to have a common grid in a plant. Okay, then okay, then I will go to so this is then why this plate earthing is used for neutral. I will tell you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Even in case of common grid, transformer, neutral, and body earthing, they also experience the same potential that the lightning stroke that implied on the structure.
See, if the lightning strike the transformer, then that will, first thing is there's a lightning protection. Now even after that, if it strike that structure, then the potential rise. See, finally it is the earth grid where the potential will rise, right? Because lightning current finally enters the earth grid. So that's why I told that potential is rising at the earth grid.
So what do you mean by backflash? Is it voltage or current?
Backflash, yeah, it is a energy. Energy is comprised of both voltage and current. It is energy. Lightning is basically energy, so it is both voltage and current.
It is connected then.
Pardon?
So is that the same like flashover? Means it's only going back to the
Something like
transformer.
that. It is an arc. It is something like that only. It is an energy, just like that.
Okay.
Okay. See. Okay. Now.
So when the body and neutral is connected to the mesh,
Body and neutral is connected to.
Body and neutral is also connected to the mesh. Then how the backflash is eliminated?
No. What I am telling you, body neutral is connected, but your transformer earthing and building earthing is isolated, right? Let us say what I am telling is, if you isolate, then there will be backflash. That is what I am telling. If your transformer earthing is separated from the building earthing, then there will be a problem. That is what I am telling. Okay. Now, in case of a transformer neutral, we are using plate earthing. I'll tell you why. What is the reason we are using plate earthing in case of transformer neutral? The reason why we are using is because of this plate. Plate has a big area. Since there is a large area in the plate, what happens? Let me explain. See, now here you are having a transformer, okay, which is supplying. Okay, this transformer, okay, is supplying power, to all the equipment, right? Now, whenever there is a fault, let's say somewhere in this equipment, fault current will flow back, right, to the transformer neutral. So fault current will flow back here. Now you may have a large earth grid, okay. So because of this large earth grid, some fault current will flow here, some will flow here. So the there will be a number of different paths through which the fault current will flow. It will flow here, here, here. But finally, all those current, they will come together at this point, and that is the place where the neutral is. So at the neutral, what will happen? Fault current will, since it gets together, the current is high. Whereas at the other place, it is distributed. That is the reason I want a large area. Hence, I am using a plate earthing for the transformer neutral. Because since my current is more here, what will happen? The heat produced will be more in the soil. And what happens when the soil heat is more? Can anybody tell what happens? Mr. Armugam.
Heat is more, then moisture content will reduce,
Moisture will reduce and resistivity will
increase.
increase. Yes, you are correct. That is the reason in the transformer we want a bigger area. That is the reason we are using plate earthing for the transformer because current is more concentrated there. Okay.
Sir, one more thing for neutral, always they are asking us to use copper only. Is that true?
See, actually, whether you use if you use, they always ask copper, and we are using copper, fine. But there is nothing wrong in using iron also. See, ultimately, copper or iron, both are metals, okay? And see, if your building is located in an oil and gas industry where sacrificial anode earthing is sacrificial anode cathodic protection is used, then you should not use copper in that place.
Okay.
So that copper will go. Okay. So see, whether you use copper or iron, if you use iron, galvanized iron, that is also good enough. But for, see, certain things have come by practice, and it is sometime better to follow the practice. That is what I always say. Okay. Let us do a calculation. But when there is a choice between copper and iron, and when everybody is practicing copper, you use copper. But only thing is, use your judgment whether this area has cathodic protection. No, it is not having. Fine, go ahead with it. Okay.
So so Shankar here.
Yeah.
The same analogy applies in the substation, but we don't use any plates in there, right? Why?
Same analogy in substation. We don't use plate.
The plate on the neutral earthing. We just connect to the grid, right?
In your substation, you mean to say the 220 kV substation, right?
Yep.
Actually, 220 kV substation also they are using. See, 220 kV or 220 kV transformer. Okay, let's say I have a 220 kV transformer. Actually, there also we are using, no, this.
I don't know what we practice in India, but in here we just connect to the grid.
Okay, so let me check that. Why? Let me check and get back to you on this. Okay.
But in
Thank you.
Bangladesh, we don't also use the plate for the earthing of transformer, high voltage transformer.
Okay. So let me check and get back on that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So for plate earthing, to calculate the resistance, basically this is the formula. Rho by 4 root pi by A, where rho is the resistivity of the earth.
Soil.
I've taken typical 200 ohm meter, and A is the area of the plate. Area of the plate can be 600 mm square, 1 square mm, like that. So I for the value, can you tell me what is the value of A I've taken? Can you guess? 200 T. Can you guess?
1 meter by 1 meter?
Yes. 70. What is pi? Square root of pi? I think I have taken 600 square mm. You can just check area pi by 0.6. So I think area I've taken as 600 mm square. Okay. See this plate earthing, you can observe here. I have given one separate pipe here so that it will carry water. Then there are some holes here so that when we water it, the water will come out. Then we have strip here for the external connections. Okay. And then we have a cover to remove the for inspecting. Okay. Then this is
So is it welded connection to the plate, or how do you connect those ones?
see this connection is normally welded. It is welded only. Since it is iron, we have to weld it and again paint because galvanizing is there. After you weld, again you have to paint it. Okay.
Welding and CAD welding is the same term.
Pardon?
Welding and CAD welding, both are the same term.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
No, CAD welding is completely different. That is a joining of copper to copper.
Okay. Brazing is related to copper, right?
Yes, brazing is also copper.
So CAD
And CAD welding is a particular thing you do in the substation for the bare conductor, bare copper, every joint like a T joint or the end connections or whatever. It's you can Google it, and they got like good videos which shows that.
Okay. Okay, fine.
CAD weld.
Okay. Similarly, we have this. Thank you, Mr. Shankar, for the information. We have this rod and pipe electrode, the one which is used more normally. Here, we just have one 3 meter length rod. See, this length I have taken 3 meter. You can also take 5 meter, 6 meter. Okay, the length of the rod. In certain sites, you may have to go for more length also. Okay. A typical dia I've taken 50. You can also slightly increase the dia, but remember one thing: increase in diameter is not much advantage. Okay, but when the length is too big, we may have to have slightly